Bonjour à tous, welcome back to Lingoni. My name is Alicia and today I'd like to talk to you about clothes, les vêtements. So it's a pure vocab lessons, but I'll try to make short sentences and maybe give you some useful verbs that we associate to the lexical field, le champ lexical des vêtements. So let's start. I'll start with what we put at the bottom first, like le pantalon. Le pantalon sounds very easy, but it's not that easy. Remember that we use it in singular and that it's masculine. Le pantalon. We do not say les pantalons. Well, we do, but in that case, you refer to more than one pair of trousers. In English, you say trousers or a pair of trousers, but in French, le pantalon is singular. Okay, donc le pantalon, just as much as we would say un jean, and not a pair of jeans or jeans. Un jean. Ok. Une jupe ou la jupe, skirt. La jupe peut être longue ou courte. Une jupe longue, une jupe courte, and la mini-jupe, very, very short. It's also like feminine, la jupe. Careful with the pronunciation of jupe. It's a closed U. Un short, again, works as like trousers and jeans. We use it in singular. Clearly, these words are taken straight from the English, like jean and short, but with a beautiful French pronunciation. Donc, un short, shorts, pair of shorts. Un jogging, un legging. All these words are taken like really from English language. Jogging is something you wear when you do sport, when you go jogging, but not only, I mean. Un jogging and un legging, you know what legging is. And then when you wear une jupe, une mini-jupe, even shorts if you wear shorts in winter, or une robe is a dress, you can wear des collants. Collant comes from the verb coller, which means to stick, because it sticks to your skin. Collant, that's the tights. Le pantalon, le jean ou un jean, la jupe ou une jupe, le short ou un short, la robe ou une robe, et un jogging. In that case, we say un legging ou des leggings, I'm not too sure. I think we say des leggings, which is strange enough. I don't know why this one comes in plural. Un leggings, des leggings, both. Et un jogging, referring to the sporty outfit. Okay, now top. You can wear un débardeur. Un débardeur is completely sleeveless. Débardeur. Un t-shirt, again, English word. Un t-shirt à manches longues, long sleeve t-shirt, or à manches courtes, short sleeve. Un débardeur, that's the very summarish one, or the one you put underneath. Un t-shirt à manches longues ou à manches courtes. Again, English word. More to come. Un sweat. Sorry for the pronunciation. Un sweat. We don't say un sweat or un sweater or un sweatshirt. We say un sweat and we refer to sweatshirt, sweater. Donc un sweat à capuche, un sweat à fermeture. Un pull ou un pullover. French pronunciation for pull, pullover. Un pullover, un sweat à capuche. Un gilet. Gilet is the one normally in, well, it can be in cotton, but it can also be wool. And it's always with buttons. Un gilet, a vest, I think, in English. Un gilet. Un survêtement, it's the whole thing, the whole sporty outfit. So you're wearing probably a sweater, un sweat et un jogging. I think it's a jogging ou survêtement can refer to the whole thing when you go and do sport. Une veste, jacket, false friend. Une veste, a jacket. Un manteau, a coat. So that's the thick one for winter. And then foot-wise, we have chausson, that's what you wear to stay at home. Chausson, chaussettes, socks, chaussures. Chausson, chaussette, chaussure. You need to repeat this one maybe 5 times in a row. It's a very nice, I can't remember how you call that. Not in French and not in English. I lost it. The one when it's very difficult to pronounce. Chaussons, chaussettes, chaussures. Chaussons to stay at home. Chaussettes, socks. Chaussures, shoes in general. Yeah. And then on the opposite, what do we wear like on our head? General way of talking about that is chapeau, hat. Bonnet is the one really that you wear in winter. Casquette. That's it. That's the main ones. Bandeau, if you wear a bandeau. Bandeau, casquette, bonnet, and the general one is called chapeau. I'm back to tops. Une chemise, that's a shirt for men. Un chemisier, masculine, it's the one for ladies. Une chemise, un chemisier. Une cravate, chemise cravate, typical to go to work for a man. Chemise, cravate, costume, that's a bit more formal. That's when you have the jacket and the trousers that goes like together. Donc chemise, cravate. And when you have veste et pantalon, like elegant one, you call it costume. The verb that you can associate to the whole like vocab of clothing and things like that is porter, that means to wear. Donc je porte souvent des jeans, like I often wear jeans. Je porte souvent des jeans. Je n'achète jamais de shorts. I never buy shorts. To buy. Porter, to wear. Acheter, to buy. Wash, laver. Ok. Tu dois laver la laine à 30 degrés. You must wash wool at 30 degrees in the washing machine. Laver. Et s'habiller, se déshabiller, to get dressed, to get undressed. S'habiller, se déshabiller, pronominal, so you must always say je m'habille. Okay, tu t'habilles, il s'habille. Remember to conjugate everything with the double pronoun because it's something like réfléchi, something you do to yourself, like vous vous habillez. D'accord? S'habiller, se déshabiller. D'accord? Le préfixe qui enlève l'action. S'habiller, se déshabiller. Porter, to wear. Acheter, to buy. Laver, to wash. Elle porte souvent des jeans. Elle n'achète jamais de shorts. Vous lavez la laine à 30 degrés. Tu t'habilles chaque matin avec un costume ou avec une cravate. Tu t'habilles chaque matin avec la cravate pour aller travailler. Tu te déshabilles pour mettre, to put on. Tu te déshabilles pour mettre ton pyjama. I forgot pyjama. Of course, that's the night clothes. Donc mettre aussi. Porter, mettre, acheter, laver, s'habiller, se déshabiller. One last thing, les sous-vêtements, underwear. So we have for a girl, la culotte. For a boy, un boxer ou un slip. And then we talk about soutien-gorge, that's the bra. And to go to the beach or the swimming pool, the general word is maillot de bain. And for a girl, we'll talk about bikini as well. D'accord. Sous-vêtements, underwear. Sous-vêtements, literally underclothes. Et le pyjama. D'accord. Certainly, there are some things that I forgot, I can tell. But I think, again, it's the general one. It's the main one. It's something that makes you now able to talk about clothes or read about it and know what it is, or maybe hear it and recognize the vocab. I think here we have more or less 30 words. Probably some are new and some you knew already. I try to remember to put the article before le, la, les, so you know if it's masculine or feminine. Remember that most of them are singular when they are plural in English. And remember that when we steal English words to use them in French, we mispronounce them. But that's what you will hear. So sweat, pull, jean in singular, t-shirt with the French R, and things like that. Well, things like that, no, I think that's it. That's about the only one that we have. Then we have our words. And I still can't remember how we call that in French nor in English. It's really bad. But the chausson, chaussette, chaussure is a good one to practice for your pronunciation and your sh, s sound. Yeah? I hope this was useful. Please, again, do not hesitate to comment and tell me if I forgot something, or if you'd like me to do another lesson with more sentences, we'll do that, no problem. And thanks again for your comments. It's always very useful, really. So thanks for that. And remember to check lingoni.com to be able to apply what we've been doing together today with worksheets, interactive exercises, and everything we've been doing for you so you can practice that. Thanks again for your attention, guys. I see you soon for a new lesson. Bye-bye.